Welcome to a life-changing journey through Panama, a country that's humid, narrow, and yes, more than just a canal. I'm Alex, your guide, and for the next few minutes we'll explore Panama's hidden gems, tourist traps, and the general stickiness of it all. You probably know Panama for its big boat ditch, but I'm here to show you it's also got old buildings, pricey islands, and coffee that might just make you forgive me for dragging you here. We'll meet the people, eat the food, some of it willingly, and discover that Panama is definitely not just a canal. It's a whole country attached to a canal, which is a very important distinction. Let's do this. Let's get the obvious out of the way, the Panama Canal. You can't visit Panama and skip the canal. It's the country's claim to fame. This engineering marvel changed global trade, letting ships skip the long, treacherous trip around South America. Standing here, watching a massive ship inch through the locks, you realize just how much dynamite and determination went into this. The process is slow, deliberate, and oddly mesmerizing. Like a multi-million-dollar ballet of water and steel. The humidity? Relentless. The scale? Impressive. I chatted with an engineer, or at least a guy in a hard hat, who explained miter gates and hydraulics while I nodded and asked if fish get confused. Is it worth seeing? Absolutely. But after 15 minutes, you'll have enough canal memories for a lifetime. It's a giant, functional, world-changing ditch. And now, I can officially say, I've seen it. Let's find some air conditioning. My shirt is starting to look like a Jackson Pollock painting made of sweat. Onward. Next stop, somewhere less damp. From modern marvels to ancient charm, welcome to Casco Viejo, Panama City's old quarter. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a maze of cobblestone streets, colonial churches, and pastel buildings, some restored, some crumbling. It's a place where history and hipster bars collide, and every corner has a story, like the golden altar painted black to hide it from pirates. Once a neglected slum, now it's the city's trendiest spot, filled with rooftop bars and overpriced water. As the sun sets, the streets come alive with music, laughter, and Instagrammers chasing the perfect shot. Every brick here has a story. I tripped over one and nearly made my own. Casco Viejo is beautiful, chaotic, and proof that old and a little broken can still be the most interesting thing around. It's a lesson I'm taking to heart as I approach my next birthday. Let's keep moving. Need to escape? The San Blas Islands are your answer. 365 islands, one for every day you want to avoid your inbox. Getting here is an adventure. A bumpy jungle ride, then a boat to a palm-fringed paradise governed by the Guna people. No resorts, no Wi-Fi, no distractions, just rustic huts, clear water, and sand so white it hurts your eyes. The silence is both beautiful and unnerving. I tried checking my email on a seashell. No luck. The Guna are incredible hosts navigating dugout canoes and crafting intricate molas. I tried paddling, mostly spun in circles while Guna kids laughed. Here, you swim, read, eat fresh lobster, and remember what it's like to be truly unplugged. It's paradise, but also a reminder of how addicted I am to streaming. For a few days though, it's pure bliss. Main activity, not being on your phone. Terrifying and wonderful. If you need me, I'll be napping under a palm tree, or trying to paddle straight. Let's reconnect with civilization. From digital detox to party central, welcome to Bocas del Toro. This Caribbean archipelago is a backpacker's dream. Colorful stilt houses, buzzing streets, and endless boat rides. Island hopping is the main event. Water taxis zip you to Starfish Beach, yes, with actual starfish, and Red Frog Beach, frogs not guaranteed. The vibe is lively, the coconuts overpriced, and the Instagram opportunities endless. I spent an hour searching for red frogs, found only leaves and other lost tourists. The beaches are stunning, the party's wild, and the crowd international. Bocas is the Caribbean's answer to Southeast Asia's backpacker trail. Chaotic, beautiful, and never dull. Not the place for quiet reflection, but perfect if you want to share a boat with strangers and a beer with new friends. Just don't expect to find the frogs, or cheap coconuts. Onward to the mountains. My liver needs a break. Time to cool off in Boquete, a lush mountain town famous for world-class coffee and spring-like weather. Here, retirees and coffee farmers coexist in caffeinated harmony. I toured a coffee farm to see what the geisha coffee hype was about. Turns out, it's worth every cent. The process is meticulous. Growing, picking, roasting, and finally, the tasting ritual known as cupping. I tried to taste the passion fruit notes. Mostly I tasted really good coffee. The farmers treat coffee like French winemakers treat grapes. Serious business. Boquete isn't just about coffee, it's a hub for hiking, birdwatching, and ziplining. But let's be honest, the coffee is the star. I left with a bag of geisha beans and a new respect for my morning brew. Boquete, where even non-morning people become coffee snobs. Now back to the city. I'm wired and ready. Next stop, the jungle. Panama City doesn't just have parks, it has a full-blown rainforest in the middle of downtown. The Metropolitan Natural Park is a wild, humid escape where sloths, monkeys, and agoutis roam just steps from skyscrapers. One minute you're dodging taxis, the next you're dodging leafcutter ants. I spent an hour seeing only trees, then finally spotted a sloth moving so slowly it made me feel athletic. Hiking to Cerro Cedro's summit, you get a surreal view, dense jungle in the foreground, city skyline and canal ships in the distance. It's nature and metropolis in one sweaty, unforgettable frame. The park is a reminder that even in the most urban places, the jungle is always close by. If you want to see a sloth do absolutely nothing, this is your spot. Bring water and patience. Next, let's get fancy, or at least, less muddy. On to the Pearl Islands. The Pearl Islands are where you disconnect in style. Think luxury villas, pristine beaches and golf carts nicer than my car. Made famous by, Contadora Island is the main hub, with white sand, turquoise water, and zero need to build your own shelter. The hardest decision here? Pool or beach? The real magic is island hopping to uninhabited beaches. Just you, the pelicans, and your castaway fantasies. I tried building a sandcastle. It looked more like a sand lump. Floating in the Pacific, I had a profound moment, ruined only by swallowing salt water. The Pearl Islands are paradise with air conditioning and a minibar. No hidden immunity idols, but plenty of seashells. Sometimes luxury is the best survival strategy. Back to the city for one last climb. Ancon Hill towers over Panama City, crowned by a giant Panamanian flag and panoramic views. Once part of the US-controlled canal zone, it's now a symbol of Panamanian pride, and a magnet for joggers. I'm not a fitness buff, but I tackled the steep, winding path, pausing often to birdwatch. Read, catch my breath. The summit rewards you with a 360-degree view, old city, modern skyline, canal, and Pacific Ocean. Standing by the flag, you feel on top of the world, or at least on top of Panama City. It's a workout, a history lesson, and a geography class in one sweaty package. My advice, take your time, drink water, and don't race the joggers. Their smiles are a lie. One last stop before we wrap up. Let's get smart at the Biomuseo, and maybe find some air conditioning. Please. Time for a brain break at the Biomuseo Panama's Museum of Biodiversity, designed by Frank Gehry. The building looks like a giant, colorful origami project gone wild. Inside, you'll learn how Panama's rise from the sea connected continents, split oceans, and changed the world. Interactive exhibits, giant animal sculptures, and immersive screens make science feel like an adventure. I learned armadillos and opossums came from the south, while bears and camels came from the north. Yes, camels. The museum makes complex science fun and accessible. I left feeling smarter and slightly less sweaty. The Biomuseo is a celebration of Panama's role as a biological crossroads. It's the perfect place to cool off and geek out. Now for one last adventure. Our final stop, El Valle de Anton, a town inside a massive extinct volcano crater. The valley is lush, cool, and ringed by jagged peaks, the crater rim. It's famous for its weekend market, rare orchids, and the critically endangered golden frog, now only seen in conservation centers. I hiked the Crater Rim Trail, La India Dormida, muddy, steep, but the views are worth every step. From the top, the valley looks like a perfect green bowl cradling the town. El Valle is peaceful, beautiful, and a little nerve-wracking if you think too hard about the whole volcano thing. It's a fitting end to a journey through Panama's wild diversity. Here, you reflect on nature, geology, and the wisdom of double-checking your volcano status. Time to wrap up. Let's see what we've learned. That's Panama. Giant ditch, old buildings, remote islands, and a town in a volcano. It's a country of contrasts. Jungle meets skyscraper, ancient meets modern, and coffee that's worth the trip alone. I came for the canal, stayed for the surprises, and left with a new appreciation for humidity and biodiversity. If you've made it this far, congratulations on your questionable life choices. I hope you're inspired to book a flight, or at least look at a map. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell. My fragile ego depends on it. Thanks for joining me on this slightly unhinged tour of Panama. Now if you'll excuse me, I need air conditioning and a nap. Goodbye.